Okay, hello guys. Today we're talking about the worst Pokemon game ever made. What is the worst Pokemon game ever made? It just came out. It's called Pokemon Let's Go. Quite easily, the biggest smear the franchise has ever had in history. People thought Pokemon Gen 5 was a smear on Pokemon. People thought it was a smear on Pokemon. People thought Gen 5 was so bad. Well, then Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee came out. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is being overpraised by Nintendo's drones everywhere. Everywhere. Nintendo's drones are praising it. And Poketubers and the critics. But I'm going to do what the justice to Pokemon. Justice to Pokemon. What this bare bones piece of garbage deserves. Of course, people are saying, oh, it's a nod back to Pokemon Red and Blue. The reason why Pokemon Red and Blue was so simple was because they were on the Game Boy. Technology has improved, dummies. Technology has freaking improved. Okay? Oh, it's going to take us back to a simpler time where it was all that. You can't remove all the progress of a game series in a remake. You can't. You can't ignore it. Especially if like a Pokemon, if it's recorded in every other remake. Pokemon Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and Hako and Soul Silver, and even Fire Red Leaf Green had abilities. That's where everything removed in Pokemon Let's Go. Yes, everything removed. First is the most major part. Wild battles. Why the hell did they have to remove that? Why? Because they wanted to make like freaking Pokemon Go. Everything, like, really? You gotta give us no wild battles? You gotta be kidding me, Nintendo. No wild battles? Well, it has been in every single Pokemon game. You're saying how, it's fine how people are saying, oh, it takes us back to a more simple time, but guess what? The first Pokemon game, has the freaking wild battles. Okay? And then what's like all other things that were removed? Breeding was removed. And then Fire Red Leaf Green had breeding. Yes. And breeding was removed in Pokemon was not removed. And Fire Red and Leaf Green was still in there. Still in the game. And then another thing is the starters can't evolve. What type of garbage is this? Really? What type of garbage is this? Why can't our starters evolve? And then the next part about the game. Few into the stars. The game is just too easy. Okay? If you thought Sun and Moon was so easy that you could beat it really easily in X and Y, this game is a whole new level of easy. This game can really be completed within a day. X and Y, I beat it in a little more than a day. I took 2 days for me to beat Pokemon X. It took me a few days to beat Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. But Pokemon Let's Go is so easy that I can beat it in a day. It's so freaking easy, I can beat the game within a day. For the next part, they replaced IVs and EVs with, guess what? Everyone's least favorite thing? CP. Yeah, we really want CP in the game. It's like, really, Nintendo? CP? Or Game Freak, someone commented. I know Game Freak makes Pokemon. I'm going to say Nintendo because Nintendo is the one who allowed this to happen. Nintendo is the publisher of Pokemon, not Game Freak. I don't see Game Freak publishing Pokemon. It's Nintendo who's publishing the games. So that's why I'm going to say Nintendo. And basically, this is basically just dumb, okay? And then they brought another feature for Pokemon Go that nobody liked. You can have candies that increase your stats. So really, you're really bringing this Pokemon Go things into Pokemon Let's Go. You're really just bringing Pokemon Go all the way over to now. Really? You're telling me that I have to get candies to get my Pokemon stats up? What type of garbage is this? And of course, you can transfer Pokemon for Pokemon Go. That doesn't really matter. And then the next part that pissed me off. You have to freaking get a super effective Pokemon to go into a gym. When we read all challenge whatsoever. It is a requirement. So those small type challenges, you're screwed. Those rock challenges, you can't do that anymore since wild battles are removed. It's impossible to make this game challenging. It's literally impossible to make this game challenging. And then we also have the worst Pokemon ever, Meltan and Melmetal. They removed everything that made so many changes that everybody hated, but they had two of the worst Pokemon ever made, Meltan and Melmetal, the symbols of a dying franchise. And this game will probably sell out no matter what I say about this game, because of course, Nintendo drones will buy this game in droves, because that's how Nintendo owns its Poketubers out. But oh, here's the new features. You can make your Pikachu have a different haircut. Yeah, such a interesting mechanic you introduced, Nintendo. Such an interesting mechanic, Nintendo. You had to give us this, and Game Freak too. You had to give us this mechanic where you can make Pikachu's haircut change. And nobody freaking cares. It's funny he made 3 or 4 trailers on Nintendo and Pokemon YouTube's account, both of them, about changing Pikachu's haircut. Nobody freaking cares. Another thing they removed is held items. They have mega evolutions in the game, but you can't have held items. What? So competitive Pokemon is dead now. You can't have freaking held items, which is the bane of competitive Pokemon, and it adds more strategy, like abilities, and competitive Pokemon. This is seriously how Nintendo is now. But they didn't remove the fact that if they really wanted to make a Gen 1 Pokemon game, they could have easily just made a game for... Because at Gen 8, they're going to have to make all the models for all the Pokemon anyways. So what's the point of making this game? What the hell is the point? I know what's the point. It's because this game is a freaking cash grab. That's all this game is. And Nintendo trying to take your money. Nintendo has always been doing this for years. People have been saying, no, Nintendo's not greedy. Nintendo only cares about the fans. We'll get the Wii U era. We'll get the 3DS era. This is just proof that Nintendo hasn't really changed. Nintendo always had to make those games to make the Nintendo Switch do well. And now after those games are now done, basically, it's nothing. Pokemon Let's Go has another disgrace. There's 5-hour battles in the game, but you only have 5 minutes to complete them. Really? 5 minutes. Okay? 5 minutes to complete it. Really? What type of garbage is this? You have 5 minutes to catch a Pokemon that has a 3% catch rate. What the hell is this, Nintendo and Game Freak? This is why Pokemon Go should have never been made. And instead of saying, oh, you should wait until 2019, you should wait. And here's what the Nintendo owns and Game Freak and Pokemon researchers will say, and Poketubers. They'll say, wait until 2019, you'll have your Pokemon game in 2019. But really, because it's made in this year, not this garbage. And then they bastardize the word Pokemon Trainer. I know we're going into bomb of gripes here, because we have one more after this. Why Master Trainer? It's freaking Pokemon Trainer, Nintendo and Game Freak. You guys don't understand the reason why people are it's funny how now people are going to say Master Trainer. Because Nintendo said, oh, we must change it because of reasons. There was nothing wrong with Pokemon Master. There was no one was saying, yeah, we have to change it to freaking Master Trainer. We have to change it to freaking Master Trainer to appease to who? Who are you appeasing to? What group are you appeasing to, Nintendo and Game Freak? And Creatures Inc. and whoever else made this game? Who the hell are you appealing to by changing it to Master Trainer? No one. Because why did you change the name? You basically ruined what Pokemon Master meant. Pokemon Master meant to be the best Pokemon trainer out of them all. And Master Trainer is a bastardization of the word Pokemon Trainer. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a bastardization of Pokemon Trainer. A Pokemon Master. That's what it is. And we haven't got to the two worst parts of the game. The two worst parts about the game is... Actually, there's not one, three more. We haven't gotten through... We only are halfway through this game. Halfway. Yes, there's still more to talk about. Next is the awful motion controls. I just can't believe Nintendo's still trying to force motion controls into games. Mario Odyssey. Guess what that game had? It had freaking motion controls so you can move your cap around. Features like this are absolutely unnecessary. And now you have to move your hand to throw Pokeballs? I bet this will probably return in the next game as well. Nintendo will see, oh, people want this, so let's change the game to make it like the Pokemon Let's Go garbage. That's what they're gonna do. People say, no, that's not gonna happen, but once it's gonna happen, Nintendo will cry and say, no, it's happening again, no. It's just, you can't ignore the facts, okay? Motion controls, they suck. Like when Splatoon had the option to have motion controls or not, I immediately chose no motion controls because I didn't want to have no freaking motion controls. And then we have the Pokemon Go mechanics. Yes. The Pokemon Go mechanics are just awful. We all know they are, and we all know we don't want that. And what people are excited about the most is co-op. Co-op sucks, okay? I'm just gonna say it like I say it. Co-op completely sucks, okay? It's not real co-op. Co-op basically does, you can, and when you fight in a battle, the other person will be allowed to use one of your Pokemon. And that's it. One of your Pokemon until all your Pokemons go out. So, you can't keep your own party of Pokemon, and you have to basically just use and catching a Pokemon is supposed to show this cutscene of the Pokeball, two Pokeballs becoming one, but it doesn't really matter because the co-op is basically pointless. And unless you want to have an advantage over all the other Pokemon trainers, co-op is basically pointless. There's no point in having it. What's the point of this co-op mode? People are so excited about co-op, but it's not even that good, okay? The co-op sucks, okay? And the only good thing about the game is the graphics. That's the only good thing about the game. And the graphics still look freaking basic. They still look freaking basic games. No, I don't want to watch a YouTube video. I don't want to watch a YouTube video. But the graphics, they look freaking basics. Okay? Basic. Basic. The graphics are just so garbage and so awful. And then the next thing they made, you can change the natures. Really? And next is they made it easier to get shiny Pokemon. Really? And then we have the worst part. PokeTubers are saying it's the perfect game for Pokemon fans. It's not for me. Not for everyone else. Only for still PokeTubers and the critics who will give this game good reviews because they're being sponsored by Nintendo and Nintendo wants to sponsor them so they can get more sales. That's how it was and that's how it will be. Nintendo only sees the money. They don't see anything else. And they're calling these RPGs, but there's no random encounters. These are barely Pokemon games at all. These are cells of Pokemon games. Cells of a former great franchise. Someone told me that Pokemon was dead on my old video about why Yokai Watch sucks. Well, all they have to do is look at one trailer about Pokemon Let's Go, and they'll see why. Pokemon Let's Go is the first truly bad Pokemon game in years. It makes Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon look like the Mona Lisa in comparison. That's how bad these games are. Quite easily some of the worst games I've ever played in history. You just can't go around bastardize the franchise and change everything because you want to change the freaking formula of the game. And this is why you shouldn't get Pokemon Let's Go. The critics will go, of course, fill out for this game and say how great it is and how great Pokemon Let's Go is and how Pokemon Let's Go is basically greatest game ever made, and it's basically the greatest Pokemon game ever made by some PokeTubers. But nobody wants this game. Nobody wants this game. The pre-orders are horrible. Look at Amazon. The sales are just absolutely horrible for this game. Amazon, best-selling games. I bet this game is probably selling poorly already. The game's probably not even... The game's not out on retail. I know that for sure, but the game's not selling. No one wants this. It wasn't selling a month ago, and it won't sell again. Best-selling games, Smash Ultimate. It's the best-selling game. Not Pokemon Let's Go. Pokemon Let's Go is at number 3 and number 4. And the games are about to come out too. The games are 2 days before it comes out. It's not even at number 1. It's being bested by Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Smash Ultimate. And Pokemon Let's Go Eevee is below Spiral Reignited Trilogy and Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Red Dead Redemption 2. Nobody wants this. Fallout 76 is actually doing worse than Pokemon Let's Go. It's actually doing way worse. The price is already down for the PS4 version. But Pokemon Let's Go is a disgrace to Pokemon. Disgrace to Pokemon. And Nintendo will get off this easy this time. From critics. But once Nintendo starts implementing in all these games, and I'm seeing through Nintendo's bullshit too. Once people realize that these games are just absolute disgraces to Pokemon, people will stop buying these. And I bet these will still sell regardless of what I say about these games. These games will sell regardless about what I say. Because I don't really have an effect on sales since I don't have a lot of subscribers. So of course, make sure you subscribe, like, and sell this. So you can know the truth about Pokemon Let's Go and how it's awful. And I will never have to talk about this game again, except for maybe when the sales come out. So Pokemon Let's Go, screw you.